Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Live at 5. I'm your guy, Z Fly, your media host, your host with the most, Z Fly, coming at you for another Tuesday. Bringing it to you from Fly World Media. That is right. StreamYard, you know what I'm saying? A lot of platforms going on. Fly World Media in the back. That's right. Yep. Got a new little scenery going on for you these days. So yeah, Fly World Media, StreamYard, here we are. Thank you to once again to everybody for always tuning in each and every week. Thank you also for your comments. Uh, this live at 5 is, it's live from a lot of different destinations. So I'm seeing you, either it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even LinkedIn and YouTube. So I thank you all for your support and just for your comments and everything. Keep it coming. And like I said, what I'm saying, I would definitely, I would definitely read any questions or comments that you have online. So if you do have specific ones you want me to read live, I will. So keep them coming. All right, everybody. So once again, I am your guy, Z Fly. And today, or actually all this month, if you caught me last week, you know that June is looked at as Pride Month, and Pride specifically being Gay Pride Month. So I told you that all month long. Oh yes, it's a tip Tuesday. Yes, so this is your tip. So all month long, I'm going to be either giving you a tip or I'm going to give you something to wonder about. So keep it locked this week as well, because I'm going to be bringing you a Wondering Wednesday. So yeah, we're kind of doubling up the month of June, because there's a lot to talk about. But and I'm calling this kind of like a series. I made it into a series where it's called "What the LGBT plus will not tell you." Okay, so I have different topics that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm saying, just giving you I call it my factual opinion. And I'm going to tell you why I call it a factual opinion, because I have been, whenever you're a reporter, a host, or whatever, you have to not just go off of your own opinion. You need to ask around. You need to ask different groups of people, different types of people. And that's what I do. I'm always asking. I'm always digging. I get different types of people, and I get their opinion. So the reason why it's called a factual opinion, because I have got the opinions of other people, and even though it's their opinion, but it's also their experience, and they're telling me facts of what they've been through or what they believe. So yeah, I'm not just pulling stuff out of my head. This ain't just like, oh, this is how I think about things. So no, it's not. I have a group of people, a diverse group of people, that I get their experience from, because I don't want to be up here saying anything wrong or just talking out my head, or nobody can't relate to nothing I'm saying. So I want to make all my commentary relatable. And with that being said, I just want to have my disclaimer that any of my commentary today or any time on any of my lives, they are not intended to insult, offend, discriminate, hate on, out anyone, ridicule, or shame. My lives are intended to educate, enlighten, make aware, have a positive change or outlook, minimize hate, minimize bullying, and minimize ignorance. Okay, so that is my disclaimer for my lives, and specifically within June, because I know that the whole LGBT movement is something that's very sensitive. Like I said, there is a lot of opinions and thoughts and all that comes with just the LGBT movement. So that is my disclaimer. So there we have it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our topic for today. So today, the topic will be, now, first of all, I'm talking about the allies. Okay. Now, first of all, let's see what an ally is. An ally is is a person that is associated with another as either a helper. They can assist them in efforts of activity, struggle, or different type of efforts. So that's what an ally is. But it's, as you probably know, the LGBT, a lot of people say that they are an ally for the LGBT because they see the activities they're doing. They've been through a lot of struggle, and then just their efforts. But today's topic is, do the alliers, as I call them, truly support the LGBT community, or are they just hopping on the bandwagon? Okay, so that's the topic today. We're going to talk about that. Are these people really allies, or really are they alliers? And they just going along with the movement. Let's talk about it. Okay, so first on the list of a good example is Miss Wendy Williams. And now listen, I know that Wendy is okay, Steve. Woo, listen, I love this show. Now, look at her. Now, I know Wendy's going through a lot right now, but we're not going to talk about her current. We're going to go back to her show where she was okay, supposedly, allegedly. But anyway, now Wendy Williams is a good person who will be an allier because she claims that that she walks with the LGBT, that she's for them. She wants to promote and be an ally. But but Wendy, if y'all remember her shows, she would say a lot of things about the LGBT, but you had to catch it. And then first of all, let's just start with her whole signature. How you doing? Look at that. That's all, in my opinion, that's an insult to LGBT people, because you're trying to say that they act a certain way, like they're real feminine and they're real silly. To me, that whole "how you doing" is insulting. And then the way that she used to, if y'all remember her show, the way that she would use it on her show was insulting. Because if she ever thought a person could have been like, on the down low or a homosexual or whatever, she would always be like, "Oh, are you, how you doing?" So she would use this in a way to kind of call people out. Yeah, call people out, to kind of embarrass them, to kind of shame them. I remember on her show that, men who are either heterosexual or masculine or whatever, they would be ashamed to do that "how you doing," because it's something that's kind of, she made it to something like so effeminate and so ridiculous that a man who didn't want to do it. Women would do it, of course. They're like, okay, whatever. But see, men that want to do it. Also, Wendy Williams, I remember her, she would like to laugh at the LGBT or the gays. And I'm saying gays because a lot of the LGBT they call themselves the gays. So, it's almost like a group of people that they call themselves the gays. So she would like to laugh at them. She thought they was silly. She thought that she would like to see how they're going to dress or their mannerisms or how flamboyant they could be. While she just sit back and be like, "Oh my God, is he really acting like this?" So that's an ally to see a group of people as your entertainment, to see a group of people as a circus, to see a group of people as like, can you believe? Look what he is wearing. Is he really wearing a dress? It became entertainment to her, and a lot of people like her. And those are allies. Those are what the LGBT wants to call allies. People who are sticking with you, but they're picking at you and thinking what you do is funny and silly. Also with Wendy Williams, she actually would say this. I said you have to really listen to what she would say. 1 minute she's saying how she loved the gays, she loves the gays. She want to be around them because they're entertaining, they're funny. But you know what? But she wouldn't want her son to be a homosexual. Ain't that something? Now you love something. Oh, y'all are so funny. Oh God, I love the gays. Oh, y'all are some great people. Oh, they are so nice, but just not for my family. Yeah, she had said this one time. I remember one time watching her show that she said, "Oh yeah, the gays are fun, but as long as that's not in my family." Also, you all know that Wendy Williams, she shows you that she actually does have an issue with LGBT people, because if they're okay and they're so this and that, then the thought of possibly dating a guy or have dated a guy who may like the same sex, it tore her up inside. Like she would almost vomit of the fact of possibly dating a bisexual guy or a DL guy, it was a horrific thought to her. But now remember, she's an ally. So even if you did date a DL guy or a bi guy, why would it be so like a deal breaker? You know, but okay, you know, you had dealing with the same sex. That's cool. Listen, I'm an ally. Like it's cool. Listen, as long as when you're with me, you're with me. You was with them, you were with them. But no, she wouldn't have no. She would have no. And so many people are like that. So whenever they're saying like this word ally, like you're an ally as long as they keep it over there where you can just sit back and laugh and mix and mingle with them, have dinner with them, go out to the club, go to their pride parades, and everybody's dressed having a good time. But when it comes too close to home, oh no, not my son, oh not my husband. So now there's a problem. Look at her, looking just as crazy as she could. Like I said, I know she's going through a lot, so I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying back then. I mean, look at her. I mean, but then again, she made a lot of her career on the backs of LGBT people. I remember one time on Twitter, Wendy was doing something, and it was a conversation going on about Wendy. And there was this one LGBT person, he was in the chat. And I remember I asked him, I said, well, why do you like Wendy so much? I said, she seems to mock LGBT people with her "how you doing," and then some of the things that she say is not really for LGBT. Like I just said, she'll have fun with them while she's with them, but she want to leave them over there. And I said, so why do you you like her so much? Or you support her? And he was like, well, listen, you can't you can't win every battle, and he said you can't win every battle, and something to the sort like she does enough or she makes awareness. So in other words, it's almost like, well, yeah, she may not really like us, but listen, at least she does a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying, and that's good enough. I think that's really horrible. That like you rather have an allier in your camp who really ain't there for you. They'll laugh at you, pick at you, sit around kitchen table talk about, yeah, can you believe them type of people? Look at what they do. I just don't understand them. But then they'll get on TV and talk about how much they love you. Yeah. But also too, there's just a lot, especially when it comes to women. Like I said, a lot of women who love gay men, but they detest the thought of dating a bi or DL man. Also, too, let's think of other alliers. When it comes to performances or support at pride parades or festivals, who do you usually see? Now, also too, now, in case I am wrong about what I'm about to say, like I said, y'all be sure to comment and let me know. Maybe y'all know a lot more. Listen, you all are my helpers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are my I don't want to say flies. That don't sound good. But y'all are my little squad. So help me out. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But here we go. Yes. Who do you usually see? You see a lot of female celebrities, just like this one right here, Cher. You'll see Madonna. You'll see Lady Gaga. You'll see Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Barbara Streisand, Beyonce. The list goes on with female performers. Sure, they'll go perform at gay prides and parades because it's not really, it hits different with females. Now you'll see males, of course, like Elton John, RuPaul, Lil Nas. Men who are known to be LGBT. But are we actually seeing artists from country, rock, or hip hop genres? Now, there could be. I'm not saying that it hasn't. But is it the majority? Like think about it. Gay clubs or gay pride, gay parade, you're gonna see people like Cher. Like, what does Cher has to lose? But I've always said to myself, like, yes, there's a lot that has been done, and they say, oh wow, LGBT, it isn't like it used to be. Oh, anybody can be themselves, and oh, it's so out, so loud and so in your face and living out loud and all this stuff they say. Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, rainbows everywhere. But in my opinion, I always say that there is okay. Who is that? Is that Pink or is that just a regular person? Yeah, Pink. She's another one. But I always say that they haven't really made a mark, in my opinion, until you start seeing some of these masculine people, celebrities be involved, not just artists, actors. Like a George Clooney. Now, like I said, he has. Like I said, if he has, drop the receipts down in the comments. Let me know. Okay, that's Lady Gaga right there. Yeah, that is Lady Gaga. Just look at Lady Gaga. Now, what does she have to lose? Lady Gaga, she will perform at any gay pride. She doesn't care. For one thing, the men don't want her. Now, like I said last week, yes, LGBT is more than just men. It's also women. But I'm specifically talking more about men because, like I said, it hits different when it's like, gay male. Like I said, as you see, society embraces a lesbian, so it doesn't hit the same. But as you can see, it hits different when it's like men. So, but now Jay-Z, let's see about like Jay-Z. Will Jay-Z just be, now maybe he has, if he has, let me know. Like I said, does he perform at prize? Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, who else? Some of these rock people, the rock stars. I can't think of nobody. The country stars, maybe they do. But is it mainstream? Is it a majority of thing? Is it something like, oh, it's June Pride and oh yeah, Jay-Z's line up to headline, or I got all these rappers in my head. I can't think of one name. Ludacris. Ludacris is you know what I'm saying? But about Madonna, sure. Lady Gaga, sure. Britney, well, Britney Spears, she's having some issues right now, so she don't need to perform nowhere. She's throwing knives and stuff, so people they ain't trying to be around her. But so that's what I'm saying. So these are allies, but are they making a difference? You want to know why? Because this right here, get these fingers right. This isn't shocking. People out there, lady. See, that's why I say, to me, a movement is when it's profound and things are happening that you never thought would happen. Anybody would think a Lady Gaga will perform at a pride, but people won't be thinking Jay-Z, because they're gonna look at Jay-Z like Jay-Z. Because for one thing, they're going to show you that LGBT, all that plus stuff, it still has a negative outlook. Because if a person would have said, oh yeah, Jay-Z going to headline at this year's Pride Parade in New York, and then people's face look like this, Jay-Z, see, it ain't normal. They're going to show you that it's still not normal. So they're trying to sit there and act like it's so normal. Oh, be yourself. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it matters. Because why if you say, there is one, Rick Ross. I was trying to think of Rick Ross. Rick Ross is performing at the. There's so many people in the hood. So many people in different sectors would be like, Rick Ross doing who? Rick Ross doing what? And you know what? I haven't really. I'm gonna jump on this. I'm gonna jump off. Even with the Diddy allegations. I mean, I know right now he has a lot of allegations with the women, but there were a lot of allegations about the men. Now, if it's so normal, why? See what I'm saying? See, even though people, Diddy had rumors for a long time now, but still, when you start to verify and to clarify things, because there's a lot of people. Now, remember now, different ages from like 70s on to young, who know Diddy and know of his movement. And when you talk about Diddy did what with the man, Diddy was doing what at his parties. See, it's this big like shock, like disgust, like appalling. But now you say, oh yeah, Lady Gaga is gonna perform at the Pride. That's all okay. Now what else is going on? What's for dinner? So that's what I'm saying. So they're talking about something. They got allies and stuff, but what are these people doing for you? Nobody. They're not making a difference because people just feel like, oh, well, they would already expect it. People who make a difference are people who would never expect, like a Denzel Washington. Now maybe he has. Like I said, if he has, let me know. Is he just hanging around pride parades, talking on their behalf? Brad Pitt. These people can sit back and say, oh, yeah, they're allies, but what are you doing? What are you doing for these people? Because if you're just sitting around looking at them from afar like everybody else, what are you doing? And also know what to do. This is an educational moment to be for everybody. The LGBT isn't a whole bunch of colors of the rainbow. It should be really telling people that we are more than a heterosexual mankind. We are very diverse in our likes and our sexuality. Not that, oh no, these people are just a whole bunch of people that just have pride parades every month. Yeah, every month. Y'all talking about Pride June parade. It'll be a Pride next month too. go to some country or city, it'll be a Pride parade. And once you start doing this stuff, it starts to be just redundant and ridiculous. And it's not really showing the struggle that people have endured over centuries. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right. So also, I always say this, when people are friends with gays, these alliers, okay? Oh, listen, I said, you got to give it to the director. She know what she's doing. Yeah, she's ready. When people are friends with the gays, it's almost like a token. Now, let me just switch it up. Now, I have said that not all, and people hate when I say this, that the LGBT struggle, it is similar. It's not aligned. It's not the same. Some things are similar with the Black struggle. And oh my God, I actually feel the stones thrown on me. Some people are like, no, don't you ever say that. I'm not saying it's aligned. I'm not saying it's parallel. I'm just saying there's some similarities. I'm gonna tell you one thing is, see, now today people feel like, oh, I'm an ally. I'm not homophobic. Yeah, I have a gay friend. Yay, I have a gay friend. They're so happy. Yes, I'm not homophobic. See, look, here's my gay friend. Gay. Now, back in the day, and what the white people did, or some of them. Oh, I'm not racist. Yeah, I got a Black friend. See, this is my friend Tanisha. Oh, I love Tanisha. I'm not. Yeah, my family, we support the NAACP. Yeah, we donate to the NAACP. Oh yeah, I went to a Black college. Yeah, I'm not racist. But here's the ignorant thing. They got a Black friend. They donate to the NAACP, but you don't even understand Black people. You just that's just a token Black person, just to show I'm not racist. Look, I got a Black friend, but don't know nothing about him. So the same thing with a lot of these alliers. Oh, I got a gay friend, and don't know anything about homosexuality, don't know anything about your homosexual friend or bisexual friend's struggle, don't know anything about the LGBT movement. And you know what? And I messed up because a friend of mine told me that that he knew someone, and she was an allier, and she was talking about how she is a ally for the LGBT. And I forgot what it was. I meant to ask him, but he was saying how the lady had something wrong. Somebody had to correct her. It was something about I know it was something like with Israel or Jerusalem, something else. So I'm going to get it wrong, but it was something that they was having a pride in either Israel, Jerusalem, somewhere over there. And what it was, like, one of them do not stand, I think it's Jerusalem, don't quote me, but they don't stand for the LGBT movement. But I think Israel, they do have prides. So the lady thought that Jerusalem, she said, oh yeah, I'm for the LGBT, Jerusalem loves them, da 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 da. And then someone had to correct her and say, well, no, Jerusalem is actually against it. It's Israel who supports it. I could be wrong, but it's one of those two. So she called herself an ally, and she don't even know what she's talking about. And see what this thing says, I support the current thing. That's all. When you get out there, now, if you ever been to an LGBT pride, a lot of these alliers, because the alliers are supposed to be, I guess, heterosexual people or just people of other, I don't know, but even though you're supporting, whenever you see people out there dressed in all kinds of ways, half naked, not all, but a lot, half naked, doing all these sexual things, and that's what you support. you have to know what you're supporting these days. You know, you think it's okay to have a token gay friend and you don't even know nothing about them. Like, you don't even understand them. But you gotta, oh, I told you it's a lot, right? That's why I said education is really key. And whenever a person is ignorant, they should just sit somewhere and sit down and shut up and just sit somewhere in front of a TV and educate. And these days, people really shouldn't be as ignorant as they are. Because see, people might say, "Oh well, you know a lot," but you can know a lot because it's everywhere. I keep telling y'all, Google, YouTube, apps. There are all type of documentaries who are, that will show you things. Also, talk to people. If you talk to people in your surroundings, like I told you last week, they said you can't go to DC and not throw a brick without hitting a homosexual. So that's letting you know that they're all around you. So you can just start, getting into if like people who may be known as LGBT, they're out or whatever. Not just yes, the gays are fun. Yes, I'm a party with the gays, but get to know because this is, I know a lot of people try to act like, oh, it's those people over there, but it really isn't those people. These are people who are in your family. You work around them. And mind you, if you listened to me last week, I said homosexuality does not have a look. I know that we have been taught that it has a look. If you're, specifically with a man, if you're a homosexual man, you're effeminate, you're flamboyant, you're all these things, but it doesn't have a look. You can be as masculine as masculine. You could like sports. You can even still be into girls, the girls could like you and all these things. You could have been in the army. You could go to the gym every day. You could work as a all kinds of stuff. Construction worker. Look at this picture right here. See, that's what we've been told that homosexual or LGBT looks like, but it's not. So that's why I say this is really educational moment. Also with alliers, they feel that whenever they are friends with LGBT people or gay people, that they have to modify their mannerisms to fit in. Almost like this. Have you ever seen people like they have gay friends and next they're saying yas and what is it, yas and okay girl and all this. They're modifying their mannerisms to feel like they got to fit in with their LGBT friends. That's almost like the white people who had black friends and they're trying to fit in. Not all, but some of them, they start getting the mannerisms, which is like more of a urban or hip hop type of thing. Why do people feel like they have to dim their light to fit in with you? These people over here are LGBT. Are you not LGBT too? Because now you're acting just like them. I mean, what? That's like with white people. Were they painting their face black? To fit in with their black friends. See, do y'all see what I'm saying with the ignorance on this stuff? But that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Now, is the LGBT telling you these things? Huh? Are the LGBT telling you that, listen, just like you got an LGBT, and actually I don't even like saying that because that just sounds like it's like something not even of this world. LGBT, it's not like some community or some mob or some mafia. Somebody said, like I said, it's the Wi-Fi password. LGBTQ. I mean, next time you go to somebody else's house, just say, can I have your Wi-Fi? And just start typing in all them letters. Because you're gonna log in sooner or later. If you just log in, if you type in all those letters, you're gonna log into anyone's Wi-Fi because it's almost like a Wi-Fi password. It's just ridiculous. And it's just sad that people want to call them to the LGBT, all this stuff. Who do we get these people these labels? And why are they subscribing to them? So I'm gonna call them, what am I gonna call them? I'm gonna call them people. I'm gonna call them people. But what I'm trying to say is, I'll just call them homosexuals. There you go. That's more of the term for it. So I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, what was I just saying? I was saying, why are people changing their mannerisms to feel they got to fit in with their homosexual friends? It's just ridiculous. Listen, people got all kinds of people, friends, like if you have friends who may be a little larger or, a little bit more stout, Are you going to go eat a whole bunch of food and gain weight so that you can fit in with your friends who may be a little bit larger on the larger side? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, there's a lot of ignorance going on, and the LGBT, they're not going to tell you. They want you to just insult, offend, be ridiculous, be ignorant. They don't care. They're just here to make money. Also, to a lot of these alliers, they're just oh my gosh, I love the gays, I love the gays. But where were they 20 plus years ago? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like I said, 20 plus years ago, we were on a different time scale. Excuse me. A lot of this movement that's going on now, look at this mess right here. Look at this mess. We were not on any like this wasn't even thought of. And that's something. And we only got to do 20. I think we might could do what's this? This is 24. So we might could about do 10, maybe a little over 10. This was not even thought of. All this rainbow propaganda. This right here is a good one. I'm gonna talk about this too. The companies. You want me to get into that? But look, this is a good one. This man said, "What inspired you to change your logo to the rainbow flag?" And he said money. See what I'm talking about? But he's an ally. Yeah, he likes them. And then see, this is what I'm talking about. These people don't care. I can say a lot of people do not care about this movement, but there's money in this movement, people. So I believe that somewhere there was duffel bags dropped, and they said, "Listen, if you can make this happen, all this money will be yours." What inspired you to change your logo to the rainbow flag? Money. We're going to get into it. So what were these people like 20 plus years ago? The outliers, they're only supporting the current trend or fad. And that what I just showed you earlier, where the thing said, I'm supporting the current thing. That's what it is for a lot of people. It's like a wave. Right now it's the rainbow wave of things, and people are just on it, and then they feel like, this is the thing to do. This is what I got to do. I don't want to be out on the outside. A lot of people, they don't want to be on the outside. And isn't it interesting that the homosexuality is the inside, where it's been for centuries the thing that was looked down upon, stay away from. Now it's the thing to be around or to mimic yourself. A lot of people, they ain't even homosexual or bisexual, but they just say, well, I'll just be it just to hang in. I've even heard where like a lot of heterosexuals are, they're now going to the gay clubs. The gay club is where it's at. Can you believe it? I'm telling you. Also, instead of alliers, I feel like they need to be called the tolerables. Okay. I thought there's a group of people who are just tolerating the LGBT movement because, they're scared to speak their mind in fear of being canceled and fired. Now, how true is that? We all know that when this movement started, a lot of people were getting canceled. A lot of people were getting fired because of speaking against the LGBT. There's still a lot of people out there, a plethora of people who do not agree with this movement, but you will never know it today because, like I just said, they're on this wave, this rainbow wave, are just tolerating it. It's like, well, listen, Little Boozy, the rapper Little Boozy, just the other day, I saw him somewhere. He said something about the LGBT. That's what he said. LGBT or the gays, they're taking over. So, people, hardcore rappers, or allegedly hardcore rappers like Little Boozy, even they starting to give in. they starting to see things differently as well. And, it shouldn't be like a LGBT takeover. Because like I said, people are people. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like a group of people just taking over the world. Because we all live in the world. So why is just one type taking over? That's with any community or whatever. Also, alliers, why are they also more likely to support people who fit the gay stereotype? And what I mean by that is, like Wendy Williams, she loves the gays, she loves the flamboyant, she loves the effeminate and all that. But why don't she go there and support the masculine homosexuals? Like I said, homosexuality doesn't have a look. There's a plethora of men who are masculine. They do what people would say just regular things. Like they go to work, they might go play basketball, they go to the game, they drink a beer, they come home, they do homework. They're not out in the parades or sashaying down the street or wearing leather and all these stereotypes that goes along with the LGBT Wi-Fi password community. They're just regular people. And now some people might say, not some people might find that offensive that I'm saying they're regular people. Like I'm saying the people who are going to the prides and stuff aren't regular people. Well, do you feel regular? The people who go to every pride in the world, do you feel regular? What I am saying is it isn't regular. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down because like everybody's not wearing rainbow colors, everybody's not going to every pride, everybody's not wearing leather. So I'm not saying it's abnormal, but what I'm saying is it's not a regular thing that people like. For example, whenever you go to a job interview, are y'all wearing? Well, some of y'all might be. Some of y'all kind of bold. But now, are you wearing leather when you're going to, So that's what I'm saying. If you're not wearing it at specific places, when you go to court, are you wearing like a leotard, leather outfit in court? When you go for the job interview, the CEO position or whatever, position, are you wearing tutus? Oh, some of y'all might be. Now, listen, so maybe y'all right. Maybe it is regular these days. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. So I just feel like there's a lot going on. But I feel like the alliers, they're so ready to support the effeminate people, our guys. But how about, like I said, masculine guys, who are homosexual, who are bisexual, they don't. I've even heard, this is a true story. I've even heard people say, he's not gay or he's not this because his mannerisms are masculine. See what I'm saying? Now you're telling a person who they are and what they like because they don't fit the stereotype. So that goes to show you, like I said last week, what is gay? Well, what is it? Because if it's just something that is a certain look, then let's talk about it. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So, definitely tune in tomorrow because I got more, but it's going to be a different topic. But I'm going to delve more into that tomorrow. So tune in. But, so what is gay then? Because, people will actually say, he ain't gay or that ain't what gay. And the LGBT, they don't like it because the LGBT, like I said, if they're going to promote pride and all this, why don't they just promote pride with nothing but, like I said, just a whole bunch of blue collar type of men and women, blue collar type of your plumbers, your construction workers, your doctors, your CEOs, all that stuff. Just put them on the flyers and the magazines. Put them up there, so people can be like, "What are they talking about LGBT? I don't see an LGBT person yet," and they're staring you right in the face. And they're doctors. And they're preachers. They're priests. And they're ministers. But see, they don't want to show that because why? That isn't, this is what the LGBT will not tell you. That's not helping their agenda. No, they need the RuPauls, they need the drag queens, they need the transgenders, they need the non-binary. We'll talk about that too, non-binary. You're no gender. You see what I'm saying? And they want us to, and start there. That what I just said, the non-binary, the transgenders, these people are going through a process that these allies really understand. So now you understand that this man is telling you, I don't feel like a man. I know I might look like one. I don't feel like one. I feel like a woman. I am a woman. I'm going to change to be a woman. I'm going to go into surgery. I'm going to have to be on hormone pills and shots for the rest of my life. And an ally, which is probably a heterosexual or just a regular person, understand this process. There are homosexuals who do not understand transgenders. Do you hear me? I'm going to say that one more time. There are homosexuals, bisexuals, who do not understand transgenders, who do not understand non-binary people. And you're telling me that an ally who support a non-binary and are transgender, they understand their struggle. They understand what they're going through. When there are homosexuals and bisexuals who don't even understand it. You see that word right there? I don't know what that word is. Let me. Boom. Alliers. They don't understand these people. And in a non-binary, and now whenever I laugh, I'm not making light of this. I'm just laughing so I don't just go crazy. Because I would sit here and go crazy right in front of y'all. Yeah, but oh yeah, he got it bad. Yeah, I've been on because I meant to have I have to do it tomorrow. I meant to have a cocktail. I don't have a cocktail beside me because you really got to drink when you talk about this stuff. You want to know? Yeah, you do. You got to drink because this is heavy stuff. We're talking about people who are saying, "I'm a woman," and they look like, okay. See how I look like a man, right? And what if I'm over here telling you I'm a woman, huh? What if I'm over here telling y'all I'm a European white male, and y'all looking at me with my brown melanin skin, and I'm telling y'all I'm a European white male, and y'all gonna be okay with it? But that's what the LGBT is saying, that it's okay. Yeah, 5-year-olds, you're 5 years old, you can't vote, you can't buy no cigarettes, you can't even have to go to school yet. You might be borderline about to go to kindergarten. You can't buy no alcohol, but you can change your gender at 5 years old. Yeah. And allies they understand this. Oh yeah, they oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. You 5 years old, you're a dog, you're a female, and you want to be a little boy. I understand you at 5 years old. I understand what you're saying. And these are allies. Now, these ain't allies. These are somebody who, I don't know what happened to the mental institution. We need to bring those back. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why is it so? Why is everything offensive? If a person has mental issues, they need to go get some help, some therapy. We're so contradicting in society. Because if you notice, therapy is being brought up more in society. But then you're telling people that it's okay to have issues. Oh yeah, it's okay. You 5 years old. All right. So no, but now mind you, we're gonna stay to the topic. Allies. They understand these people. Okay. Keep that in mind. All right. And so really they should be called the tolerables because they're just tolerating the LGBT, all this stuff. They don't understand this stuff. Also, how is a person claiming to be an ally to a community? Like I said, people they don't understand. So I just gave that example. I'm just reading my notes, everybody, because I got to take notes just to keep up with everything. Also, let's get on allies again, because that's what we're talking. Allies feel that because a person is gay, that they can make them with any other gay person. So, have you ever seen that? Where people who feel like, oh, you're gay, I got a gay friend, y'all could be together and live happily ever after. Now that's showing you right there that the ally. I don't like that word either. I don't like none of these words. Where is my cocktail? I need a prickly pear margarita. I tell you, I feel it heavy in my chest. You want to know why? Because this is what they're feeding us. Woo! People got to stand together. Yeah, and here's what I'm saying. When I say stand together, I'm not saying, oh, there's homosexuality, bisexuality. None of that is real. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's all this extra stuff. Because you don't got to do all this extra stuff. All this extra stuff is extra. Don't read all about it. They say, yeah, don't even read all about it. But yeah, so what I just say, the allies, they thought, they just mix and match. They're going to show you that people don't understand. They feel like that's almost like black people. Oh, well, you're black. I have a black friend. Y'all will be great together. See what I mean? People are people. You're still going to be attracted to the person. So they're going to show you that allies, that they're going to show you that they don't understand sexuality, number one, which is stupid because they have a sexuality. And are they attracted to, like, let's just say they're heterosexual. Are they attracted to every heterosexual in the world? But when it comes to something like bisexual or homosexual or something that's different, they feel that, oh, well, you're already kind of a reject. You're of a small percentage, so y'all better just stick together. And if y'all heard me last week, small percentage, I told y'all put money on it, 50% or more. And remember that 50% or more, you gotta remember everybody's not taking those what do you call it? Not tallies, but polls. When they say, oh, how many gay people in the world, everybody's not taking those polls, so you really don't know who's who. 50% or more. So see, these allies, they think, oh, they're a small percentage of people. Oh, I know a friend, you'll be good with him. These people need some education. Okay. All right. What is on my list, everybody? Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. I tell you, I got to make a list. There's a lot going on. Now, hold on. Let me see. Also, allies times. The person I'll make sure you call that. Also, too, really quick too. Also, like, let's just say, also allies are ignorant. I think I like the ignorant better. Alliers and ignorant, because they're really ignorant people. This is how they really think. But a lot of times, excuse me, the alliers are very ignorant because they think that, like, let's just say I'll use a male because I hear it and see it a lot with the males. But let's just say like a male is, he's gay or he's effeminate or whatever. So now the alliers feel like they could just call him a girl. Hey, girl, or hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's no longer a boy. He's no longer a male or a man. He's now just a girl because he's effeminate or he's whatever you want to call it, flamboyant. Now, I know there is a lot of people who will call themselves girls and they want you to call them a girl. Now, that's one thing. That's what they're telling you to do. But a lot of times, alliers will just assume like, oh, well, he's gay and oh, he's feminine, so he's a girl. So they'll just refer to you as a she, as a girl, and all this stuff. Not before they know that's what a homosexual male may want to be called. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of insults, offensiveness that can go on. And when you're ignorant, it happens. But yet you're calling yourself an ally. You stand with people that you don't even understand. Like, you over here calling it just because he's feminine. Okay, but is he a girl? And does he want to be called a girl? And then, like I said, how people, they start to change their mannerisms because they feel like, oh, he's feminine. So now I got to say yes and queen and girl and all this stuff. I'm getting hungry, y'all. Listen, I'm about to finish because I know y'all, somebody probably is drinking right now. And can y'all have a 2 for me? Because it ain't a lot. It's a whole lot. Okay. Now, let's get into the companies. Now, this is how we're going to end it now. The companies. It's June, everybody. Oh, I got a cup, but it's empty. Y'all see this white cup? Ain't nothing in this cup. It was some Sprite, and I need more than Sprite. The Sprite needs to be spiked. I want y'all, okay, first of all, I want y'all to really see this. I'm going to shut up for a minute, and we're going to take like about just 5 seconds, and we're going to look at what we see. And okay, we see Coca-Cola, City, like City Fuel, City Bike, the City, Spirit Airlines. I won't tell you them nowhere. Anyway, a Vogue. I think I see Jordan. Wait a minute now. That can't be Jordan. NHL, Mets. Okay, so as you can see, and I'm gonna show you some more as well, possibly, but a lot of major companies are getting into the LGBT movement, the LGBT lifestyle, the gay lifestyle. I'll talk a little bit more. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. So tune in Wednesday, my Wondering Wednesday. I'm gonna have you wondering. Now, all of this I'm giving you is a tip. Okay, the tip is they're alliers. Okay, keep that in mind as a tip. But yeah, so look at all the companies that are getting. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg. This is you name the company, they're doing it. And see, now here's the thing about it. so many major companies, they call themselves allies, but they're only taking part of the LGBT Pride Month, claiming that they're so supportive and inclusive. No, that's not what it is. Um, they realize that they're either making almost the same or they're making more in sales than Black Friday. I'll tell you the truth. Because now one thing that these companies have realized is that a lot of people of the LGBT, the Wi-Fi password might be offensive, and this time I'm not going to be offensive. But listen, but that is what people call them. But anyway, but of the LGBT, and see that's my store, Walmart. That's my store right there. Well, I mean, Walmart, you can find anything at Walmart. I mean, you could live in Walmart, and but LGBT, the Walmart is they said, listen, y'all gonna leave us out. We trying to make bucks too. In June, so many companies are taking part of the LGBT movement because they realize that a lot of LGBT people, they spend. They like to they love to go shopping. They love to go to brunches. They love to go to day parties. They love to go to the club, the after club, the after club, all these things. And they like to, buy outfits for these events, parades, prize. So, yeah. You know what? As far as a business, it's a great business move. So you really can't be mad at them. But what you can be mad at them about is calling themselves allies. Because now, even though, yes, there probably are LGBT, of course, that work in these companies, of course. But the major thing is that it's really a moneymaker. Well, like I said earlier, where were they 20 years ago? 10 plus years ago, 15 years ago. While homosexuals have been around forever since the Bible days. It talks about them in the Bible, so obviously they've been around forever. Where were all these companies back then? But now that they see that they don't, there's so much going on with the LGBT. It's a money maker. It's a money grab. So are these people allies? Oh yes, we stand with you. Oh, you're coming here and shop at my store. Spend all your money. Spend your rent. Spend your last right here in my store. We got all kinds of stuff for you. And see, and you know, and then if you ever do go into like some of these stores and you read some of the messages on these shirts, whew, is that's what the LGBT is standing for. You should read some of these shirts. It's like they got shirts that say it's not going to lick itself. Yeah. Um, we run the world, girl. Hooray, I'm gay. And once again, remember it has the word pride on it. You hear me? So what exactly are these people proud of? I haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen anything yet. What are people proud of? Now, maybe there are a lot of people out there who are very proud to be who they are. But like I said, I don't think that they have to feel like they got to wave a flag or wear rainbow colors or get up in the streets, a parade just to be proud of who they are. So all I'm saying is the allies. If you call yourself an ally, then just know what you're allying for. Look at that. Budweiser. And then y'all remember at one point Budweiser had, I think it was a transgender as their spokesperson. Now, when y'all think of Budweiser, what type of consumer do y'all like? What first comes to mind? I'll tell you what comes to my mind. When I think of Budweiser, my first consumer I think of are men. Rough men, men who like sports. And now that's just what comes to my mind. Oh, sure, women like Budweiser, all types of people like Budweiser, effeminate men, like, all in between, all, yeah. But I understand what first comes to my mind. Budweiser is a heavy a sponsor, at a lot of these sporting events like the football, basketball, Super Bowl. But yeah, you're going to put a transgender as the spokesperson. So, my thing is, it's not really that inclusive. You don't have to have everything in everything, and just keep your eyes open, everybody, for the agenda. Like I said earlier, enlighten yourself, stay aware, stay awoke. Yeah, just stay aware. Don't just think that, oh, now this right here was very big. Skittles said the only rainbow that matters during Pride. Wow. So that goes to show you that a community of people has hijacked a lot. Now, it is the only rainbow that matters during Pride. And for the Bible thumpers, you all know that that's insulting in itself, because the rainbow actually has a real meaning, and it ain't no LGBT nothing. So, like I said, I just want everybody to just be aware. The LGBT community, they're not gonna tell you these things. Why would they tell you these things? Because then that means that y'all gonna start being too awoken, and whatever the word is, being aware. They're not gonna tell you these things. They want you to stay asleep and to give them the money. Also, too, being you know, and if you kind of think about it, being an ally, or a person who calls themselves an ally of anything, but specifically for the LGBT community, is somewhat like having a God complex, or it has a narcissistic tone. And what I mean by that is, it's almost like the allies are saying that that they identify with the LGBT people as being, different, odd, rejects, and almost, it's almost like adopting a damaged, wounded animal. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like, okay, yeah, look at this stuff right here. Whoa, look at that. What in the world? What in the world? I don't know what some of these companies are. But yeah, it's almost like the allies are saying, "Oh yeah, I'm an ally with these." Not and now let me just say this too. Not all. Now, if you're an ally of the LGBT community, and like you like really understand and support, and like I said, a lot of people have LGBT in your family, and people, your friends. So I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the specifically allyers, like people who are saying, "Oh, I'm an ally," but you don't even know what you allying for or whatever. Those people. So I don't want people who hear this think that I'm saying, "Oh yeah, everybody." No. I'm saying the people who don't even understand, like how I gave you the example, like having the token a gay person, or as a friend, or talking about, oh yeah, I support Pride, but then you think you don't even know what a prize are even at, and stuff like that, and then oh yeah, and look at these companies, like these companies, like I'm pretty sure some of these companies, they don't even understand, like if they were to really know like what a lot of these people do, or what happens at some of these prides, I wonder what they even stand for. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, yeah. And if you don't believe me, do your research like I do. You don't have to go to a pride to do to know what goes on. Do your research. It's everywhere. Just go to some of these apps, these platforms, Hulu, YouTube TV, all that stuff, Paramount, and just start. And that's another thing too. Why is there? And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I mean, all these platforms have the LGBT section. But remember now, it's not a money maker. It's not a money maker. So yeah, so that is my topic today. You know what I'm saying? That was my tip today, is just to kind of give y'all to kind of start thinking that are the allies or are they alliers? Because like I said, a lot of them don't even understand the LGBT community. All they really think it is a bunch of people wearing rainbows, a bunch of people being overly sexualized, a bunch of men acting like girls, or are acting effeminate, and a bunch of women acting masculine. And then a bunch of people wanting to change their gender to the next. That's what some people really think it is, So, but yet they're going to stand with these people, I mean, do you really understand when a person says, I feel like I'm a man. I feel like a woman. I'm a woman. I feel like a man. Do you really understand whenever a woman or a person goes through is going through a transition, a sex change, and they have breasts, and they may have a penis, or they have a chest, and they have a vagina? Y'all understand these things? Y'all understand a man is looking like a man, acting like a man, uh, a male presenting, masculine, light sports, but he has a vagina. Y'all understand that? Yeah, you stand by that. Because I think if you stand by that, I mean, America. Then we used to say, if you, what is that? You have to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. Well, then it used to be a slogan. And what I'm saying, I'm not offending or insulting anyone, but what I'm just putting what's really out there, and I'm just saying once again, you allies, just know what you're standing for. Just know what you are representing. If you choose to represent a community like this, do you really know what you're representing? That's what anyone and anything. Know what you're representing. Don't just know what the LGBT is telling you. Know the whole aspect, because when it comes to sexuality, it affects. That's what I always say. Sexuality is one thing that connects us all as human beings. Why? Because in every ethnicity, there's a homosexual and there's a heterosexual. In every gender, which is only two, last I checked, there's a homosexual and there is a heterosexual. So our sexuality is what really connects us as human beings. I know a lot of people will not agree with what I just said. They'll say, well, no, in every ethnicity, there is not a homosexual. Okay. Well, and I ain't trying to call nobody out, but I'm going to call you out. Like even like some of these religious groups of people, like, the Muslims, the Jews, the Catholics. That's all I'm going to say. And y'all just have to just do your education. And now, if y'all don't want to do your education and y'all lazy, fine. Then let you guys fly. I'll educate you. Listen, just come in live at 5 all month long, and I'm gonna educate you. All right, everybody. So that is your Tip Tuesday. Once again, be sure to comment. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely check me out on my website. I have a website. It's flyentertainment.media. You will see everything Z-Fly there and everything Fly Entertainment. Once again, hopefully you all love, excuse me, the Fly World Media logo in the back. That's right. Yeah, there's my website. Check me out. You're going to love it. It's I'm doing a lot of new things, a lot of upgrades on things. It's just going to be great. It's just going to be really, really wonderful. And also check me out on my social media. You'll see all my great things that I'm doing, will be doing, and have done. So check me out on my social media. That's my YouTube. You'll see, my Hot in the Mix. That's my on location show that I have. That's just great things, And once again, I just want to say this one more time. If you did, and also if you did listen to this towards, the whole thing, thank you so much for listening to. I know it is an hour, but like I said, there's so much information. And to me, this is really, really important because I just feel like there's so much in our society where the wrong information is being put out there. Anytime people are scared and fearful of telling their own opinion, that's a problem. Like even with my live, I mean, I gave my factual opinion, but like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody. But this is my platform, so you tuned in to listen to it, so don't be mad now. But once again, I just said I'm not here to offend anybody, to insult, to discriminate, to hate on, to out anyone, to ridicule, or to shame anyone. I'm only here to educate, number one, enlighten, make aware, bring positive change, minimize the hate, minimize the bullying, and minimize the ignorance. Because if we are ignorant, we'll never grow. Like I said, I myself, I'm learning all the time how things that we grew up with, traditions and thoughts and beliefs, you really got to start to reprogram yourself on some of those things. Because as you get, as you grow, you start to see, well, wait a minute, life isn't really like that, or that isn't really to be so true. What I've learned, as a child growing up, and that's okay, because our parents and grandparents, they can't know it all, and especially back then, see, the internet, it really helps us see more than what we could before. We could see what's happening in Israel. We can see what's happening in Sweden, what's happening in Australia, like real time stuff. Like before, people say, oh no, Jamaicans, they're very homophobic. There's no Jamaicans, they don't like homosexuality. But now, upon further inspection, we see there's a plethora of Jamaicans and Caribbean people who are homosexual. So that's why I said you got to know better. You got to think better, and that's why but you have to know. Because if you don't know, you're going to keep insulting people. You're going to keep hating on people right in your circle, right in your family, right in your friends, by thinking that homosexuals or bisexuals, oh, those are those people. Oh, yeah, those are people who act like that or who look like that. And it could have been your dad. It could have been your mom. You don't know what your mom and dad or aunt or uncle did back in their high school days, or what they could do now. We just got to do better as a human race. And the LGBTQIN 10:35 11 a.m. p.m. is not going to do it. Okay? So like I said, if they really care, they would be showing things that look a little bit different, to really pull people in and make people realize, oh, wow, that looks like my son, or that looks like my daughter, or that looks like my aunt. All right. Tune in tomorrow for Wondering Wednesday. More great talk on the series of what the LGBT won't tell you. Until then, I'm your guy, Z-Fly. Keep it locked to Fly World Media. Go to the website. Check me out. Great things. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Deuces.